White rice, a staple in many diets worldwide, can be deceptively harmful for individuals with diabetes when consumed in excess. Unlike whole grains, white rice is a refined carbohydrate stripped of fiber, vitamins, and essential nutrients, leaving a product that is rapidly digested and absorbed into the bloodstream. This rapid absorption causes significant postprandial blood glucose spikes, which are particularly dangerous for diabetics. For type 2 diabetes, repeated exposure to such glucose surges accelerates insulin resistance, placing extra demand on the pancreas and increasing the risk of beta cell fatigue. For type 1 diabetes, white rice makes precise insulin dosing challenging, often resulting in unpredictable hyperglycemia that can destabilize glycemic control throughout the day. The metabolic danger of excessive white rice consumption goes beyond immediate glucose spikes. Continuous high intake of refined rice contributes to persistent hyperglycemia, which promotes inflammation, oxidative stress, and endothelial dysfunction. These processes damage blood vessels, accelerating the development of diabetic complications such as retinopathy, neuropathy, nephropathy, and cardiovascular disease. Each meal containing large portions of white rice compounds the stress on the body, gradually eroding the ability to maintain stable blood sugar levels. Over time, the cumulative effect can significantly worsen the progression of diabetes and increase the risk of severe, life-threatening complications. White rice is also calorie-dense but low in satiety, meaning it can easily contribute to overeating. The rapid spikes and subsequent crashes in blood sugar can trigger hunger and cravings shortly after meals, encouraging additional food intake. This cycle promotes weight gain, particularly visceral fat accumulation around the abdomen, which further worsens insulin resistance and complicates diabetes management. The combination of high glycemic load and caloric excess creates a self-reinforcing metabolic loop that accelerates the deterioration of glucose control and overall metabolic health. Another concern is the widespread cultural perception of white rice as a safe or neutral food. Because it is a dietary staple in many cuisines, its risks are often underestimated, and it is consumed in large portions multiple times per day. Even in moderate servings, the repeated exposure to high glycemic carbohydrates contributes significantly to long-term complications. In populations where white rice is consumed frequently, studies have shown a direct correlation between high rice intake and increased risk of type 2 diabetes, highlighting its role in both disease progression and poor metabolic outcomes. Furthermore, white rice is often consumed with other refined or sugary foods, such as sauces, fried accompaniments, or sugary beverages, which amplify its glycemic impact. The combined effect creates sharp, prolonged glucose elevations that challenge insulin response and increase oxidative stress, further accelerating vascular and organ damage. This synergistic effect underscores that the danger of white rice is not limited to the rice itself, but extends to typical dietary patterns in which it is consumed. In conclusion, excessive consumption of white rice is a significant risk factor for individuals managing diabetes. Its refined nature, rapid glucose absorption, low satiety, and caloric density destabilize blood sugar, exacerbate insulin resistance, and contribute to weight gain, while repeatedly stressing the pancreas. Long-term consequences include accelerated development of vascular and organ complications, reduced glycemic control, and increased likelihood of cardiovascular events. For diabetics, careful portion control or replacing white rice with whole grains is not merely a dietary recommendation. It is a critical strategy for maintaining metabolic stability, preventing cumulative harm, and protecting long-term health. Each serving of excess white rice is a direct challenge to the body's ability to regulate glucose and maintain overall metabolic balance.